Alright, so real quick, today we are looking at the steering wheel driver's side airbag as well as the passenger side airbag that's up under there. We're going to remove them. Pretty simple process. I'm using just an old metal coat hanger. It's straight enough. You'll see right here on the side there's a small hole, as well as on this side, kind of hard to get the view, there we go, in the camera. So I'm simply going to press this in on each side. It kind of presses a lever, and then the airbag pops out. So very simple process. Again, before you do this, I would suggest disconnecting the battery terminals as I did, just to be safe. And just to show you, once you're able to pop it out again, I used a little tricky using the hanger because it's not a perfectly straight thing. Stick it in the hole on each side, and it just is pushing this little plastic piece in to release this side, and then the same thing on that side. And then you have your two wires here. I simply use needle nose grips here, grabbed them, pulled them up, the black piece, disconnected them, no problem. So there you go. We now have no driver's side airbag. Alright, so now we're going to look to the passenger side airbag. Not too complex. Again, this is my derby car, so for my Fusion, the first thing you need to do is kind of gain access here to the glove compartment. I simply ripped down, punched down on it to rip it out. You can see there's just a couple grooves here. It sets in there on each of the three. And there's a little clip here that's holding the string. You can like kind of use needle nose pliers to unhook that, and it'll just pull down and slide out if you want. However, in my case, I just ripped it out. And then once you did that, there are two 10mm bolts that I used my socket. Kind of show you, they're right, get it to focus here. They're right tucked up in under. There was one right there on that side of that bolt. And then there was another one up in on that side. Take those out with your socket and you should get access to your airbag. And last thing to show you here, again, after I unfasten, you can see there, those were the two 10mm bolts. Reached up under to get them. Just use a screwdriver to pop up. See, these clips are just holding the plastic in. Popped it up, and then just like the driver's side, you can see there are those two clips that I'll carefully use needle nose pliers, get it on there, carefully use needle nose pliers to pop the black out, and they'll pop right off. And again, I would absolutely kill the power to the battery and wait a couple minutes before you do this. But there we go, there's two airbags decommissioned now. So just to wrap up the airbags, see how I took both of them out now? And I know some people report sometimes their throttle's restricted or things like that. My motor's running right now after taking those out. Ran up and down the road briefly, no throttle restriction, nothing like that. So I don't know if other people have ever gone that, but the way I took out the airbags, it didn't seem to mess with the system or any throttle or anything like that at all. So we are good to go.